Howdy folks, today I want to go over modifying difficulty in Battlefront 2 and how you can use that to improve your gameplay experience. So, as most people are aware, you can set your difficulty in the options and you can set it to normal and elite. And then if you're hosting multiplayer, there's an additional easy setting that you can also use. But what a lot of people come to discover is that after a certain point, the difficulty isn't very difficult. And I'll just kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. So in the stock game, most people, I guess, that are used to shooting games are not really used to the low rate of fire. And so that might be the first hurdle a new player would overcome, but that's not really much of a hurdle. And see, I'm not like great at this game, but you can see I can push command posts without too much difficulty. And there's the little nuances to shooting when models are nearby and running up on you and how you have to aim. But the point being, all of this doesn't take very long to figure out and get around, and your single player gameplay experience over time will sort of shift to become where you're just exploring classes and you're not really trying to win maps because you find yourself just winning all the time, and that kind of takes away some of the decision making authority of the player, takes away the tactical part of the game, because now there's really no decisions I have to make because I'm going to win either way. And I'm in the elite setting, and you'll often see the AI, like right now, just shooting around me when obviously it's an easy, I'm an easy kill right there. And if you were to play online, that would never happen. You would just pretty much instantly get killed by skilled players. So I'm going to kind of go over how you can kind of get around this. So the first part I want to show is the mod tools client, and I apologize that it only runs in windowed, but that's just one of the limitations. So let me load up the same map. And I'm just going to raise the reinforcements just to make the map take a little longer. But right away I'll just show the difficulty settings. So when you type in that commands when you have the mod tools client, you can actually see the active difficulty levels of both teams, and it seems to work where the player's team is always the first team, and then the enemy AI team is whatever team the player is not on. And that's a little different from modding, where usually they go by a team 1 and a team 2, but this one goes by the player team and the non-player team. And so this is on elite, so you can see by default player is 11, enemy is 17. So I'm gonna change it now just so you can see the differences. So now the player team is still at 11, but the enemy team is at 14, and so that's how normal mode is accomplished. So suffice it to say, the difficulty difference will make the game more or less challenging for the player, and the only ways that difficulty can be changed are either by changing the setting in the option like I just did, or where it says Lua, that's referring to the scripts when the map's compiled. And unfortunately most maps don't have difficulty in the Lua, so most of the time it's set to 0. Some modded maps do. It's very easy to set in the Lua, and honestly it'd be great if more maps had increased difficulty settings in the Lua, and then there's the auto column, and the auto column is referring to AI auto balance. So when one side gets 40 reinforcements or more ahead of another team, so there's a 40 or more difference, then it will apply a +4 and a -4 modifier to the teams. So the winning team will get -4, and the losing team will get a +4, which is a total of an 8, difference, which is actually a fairly huge AI difficulty adjustment. So that's why when AI auto balance kicks in, often the AI on the other team will start suddenly appearing a lot stronger than they used to be. So the way you can also adjust it is using the command console, which is only available in if you have the unofficial patch installed, and that will modify the Lua setting. So if I go to fake console and I go to code console, and then I delete what's in here, and you have to type this out exactly. I believe you even have to have the uppercase. And so right now I'm gonna set a -3 for the player team and a +4 for the AI team. Oh yeah, one thing to note, you don't actually need this mod tools client. This AI difficulty command works in the normal client. You just need unofficial patch. So once you have it typed out, you hit enter, then you close it, and then now if I type, you can see I have the AI difficulty that I just put in is now set as the Lua. And this is great because it allows you to modify any map on the fly, and this is really what can bring out some good difficulty to fight against. So what difficulty would you want to use, and what difficulty is good for your team? Well, that takes experimentation, and it takes it kind of works on a map by map basis. But one that you can start off with, and one that I like, is to do a +1 and a +4. So I'm gonna do that now. And so now all that did was it made my team 1 level better, so that way my allies are not completely useless, and then it made the enemy team not significantly, but a decent amount better. So now instead of them being at a setting of 17, they're at a setting of 21. So maybe you'll be able to see if I just start running around, I will get shot a lot quicker than just leaving it as elite difficulty, because now they're not missing on purpose. And I'm not exactly sure what the limit is. I think the max might be like 30, but once you have the AI above like 25, they'll start just being ridiculously accurate to the point where it's they're like almost like aimbots. And unfortunately, it doesn't improve their like skill and their cover seeking and whatnot, but just increasing their accuracy still makes the game a lot better. So, and it makes it a lot more like an online game. So okay, so what you can do is, because co-op seems to be working in a single player environment, you can actually use AI difficulty, but it only works if you set it up a certain way. So right now I'm going to have the first player join a team, so I'm just going to join Republic, and I'm not going to join as a second player. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go to the fake console because I have an official patch installed, and I'm going to go down, where is it? It's code console, there it is. Oops. And just for example purposes, I'm just going to set mine to -8 and the other one just to 10, just to make the other team like obviously much better. And now you'll notice the second player is forced to join the Republic because it's the player team. It's not there's not two-player teams. So I think that's why AI difficulty seems to work, and this is the only way that I found that you can change AI difficulty in any sort of multiplayer environment, which is a pretty cool feature because I think the way it works by default is if you have two players in split screen join the same team, there's no adjustments to balance at all. So it will be treated like a multiplayer map, at least from my testing, and your team will have the same AI difficulty as the other. And when you have two players, that makes it obviously one-sided. So you can use the difficulty when having two players in the same team to boost the other team's difficulty, or even more so reduce your own team's difficulty, so that way they're even more useless, so the players have to do more. And so that is a great thing to do for co-op. But anyway, that's just over the top, insane, in-depth explanation of AI difficulty.